Hi, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a gorgeous day, it really is. There's been a carnival on outside and it was amazing, really beautiful. I put it on social media on live and people really enjoyed it. It was really beautiful. It's a great day today to talk about a really interesting subject that I've written about in my books and forthcoming book as well. And it's a great topic, and many people struggle with this topic. And there is actually a simple formula, a key to be able to connect to the topic that I'm talking about. And although it's simple, it's a bit like trying to grab the carrot. What's always in front of the donkey, it can never grab it, but it keeps running after it. It's the analogy is very similar to that for most people, and so it should be. If it was so easy and it was that easy, then I think it's never really truly the path of that what takes you to the top of the mountain to your connection. And the topic today is, how do we connect to the spirit world? 16 years ago, I was an auctioneer, and I left all that behind, as a lot of you probably already know. Mentioned the story many times. And I left my home country and came to a mountain top in Spain. And at that particular time, I had no belief system whatsoever, none at all. In fact, I mocked and laughed it. I always laughed at anybody who pretended that they could do the cards. And I got a great story about that as well, that I didn't actually write in my last book, but how I actually began to read people's futures and cards was absolutely incredible, and so ridiculously in my face that, as I often say, it's there in plain sight and we miss it. And I'll move on to the connection of spirit, but I think what I'll do is I'll talk about this a little bit first, because it really is interesting and shows you how profound and the whispers, the gentleness, and the little things, but they're so powerful if you see them. So I was invited out to a girl's house, and her mum was going to be there as well, and I was married at the time. So we went to Katrina's house. Katrina used to live in West Yorkshire, Huddersfield, as I did, and we knew her then when she worked at I think a local gym called Fitness First. And my ex-wife used to work in Fitness First, and I used to be an avid trainer. I used to love going to the gym and exercising. So she moved here, and we ended up meeting in Benavis, where she used to live. And I walked through the door, and hello, cuddles, and on the table, within 2 or 3 minutes, I saw all of these cards. What looked like, demonic, evil cards in my head, because that's what I was told that they are. They're evil, and oh, don't touch them, all that. And they were obviously these tarot cards. So I said to Katrina, "What's all that then?" She says, "Oh, these are cards. I've been learning how to read them and interpret them." I said, "Yeah, I know. I've been reading them for years. I'm a reader." And me being a joker as I always was, I was just kidding. I said, "Yeah, I read them." She said, "You don't?" I said, "Yeah. People come all over the world to see me." She said, "Get on." I said, "Sit down, I'll read for you." So I picks these cards up, never seen them in my life, starts turning them over and reading a future. After I'd finished, after 3 or 4 minutes, I looked up and she had kind of tears in her eyes, and she was shocked. Right? She was shocked at what I said. I don't know what I said, but I said something, and I could see, I kind of jolted back, and my head thought, "Oh God, she believes anything," right? This is what my head was saying. She believes anything. I've just said that. She said, "My God, that was amazing." And Susie, my wife, was laughing her head off after and said, "He's never touched them cards in his life." Before I moved to Spain, when my second wife was having China, my little daughter, we were sat literally minutes away from Susie having a baby, and we were playing cards. But I stopped playing cards, right? And I said, watch this. From nowhere, watch this. 6 of clubs, 4 of hearts, ace of diamonds, king of clubs. I kid you not. I was more shocked than Susie. And you can ask her, go on social media, ask her what happened when she was about to have the baby. And I picked up a set of cards. They were just playing cards. We were just playing cards. But I actually read, I can't remember. I just kept going and kept reading every single card before I turned it over. And again, what just happened there? I came to Spain and I was at a low point in my life, not knowing what I was going to do. Like most of us, we don't know what we're going to do. We haven't got a clue. But I knew something, that this was really frightening, because there was no future. Because I believed future, and a positive future and a healthy future, is a future that you can see, you can touch, you can aim for. I had nothing to aim for. I had no future. I just had here and now. And the only person I could actually talk to was really myself. And through that point, which for me was really hard, and it was real suffering, because for the first time in my life, I wasn't chasing my tail like I was in the UK. I was like a dog running after my tail and not getting anywhere. Yes, I had many businesses. I had an auction house, kept me busy. I had exhibit in Marsh, which was an antique shop. I had exhibit in the town centre, which was Kingsgate Shopping Centre. And right at the front of Kingsgate Shopping Centre, I had a beautiful stand where people used to buy all my bits and pieces, shabby chic furniture, little pieces, and all sorts of wonderful, amazing things. I also had Libra furnishings too, so I was pretty busy. Busy paying the tax, busy paying all the staff, and really getting nowhere fast with my life. I was doing what everybody else did. Follow the system, get up in the morning, go to work, pay your taxes, go on holiday once a year, and don't forget to keep saying you're free. So here I am now, basically with 5,000 euros in my pocket, because we gave everything away, and we didn't know what we were going to do, but we knew that we had to come here. We don't know why, but we just ended up here. It just happened that way. A sequence of events happened where I was brought to a certain place where I had no idea what was going to happen. But from that moment of events, I was then introduced to the world of spirituality, of the possibility that there's more to life than eating, drinking, sleeping and working. And that really shook my foundations. It really did, because I'd laughed at this kind of work, mocked it, to be honest. The one thing that I'd like to focus on today is, when did you actually really put the pieces together? So maybe a couple of months, 3 months went by, and for some reason I ended up at a little group in Belmadina in a very tall building, and this lovely lady with black hair called Shirley was doing this kind of weekly get together of a few people that she would help them try to connect to this other world. So I'm there, and I realized so many people want it, but they just can't connect to it. And I could see it around me, and I could see it within myself, and I was battling all the time. she keeps talking about all these amazing things, and how does she know that about me, and how does, she know that about this person, and how can she, and it's like, and gently, with a smile and a reassurance, she made me understand something. Connecting to the spirit world is not particularly about training hard every day, but the key that opens a door for you to connect, to hold, to smell, to feel, to hear, is blind faith. I made the conscious decision from that moment on. I don't know when it was, when I was sat down, but I said, I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not going to try and prove anything to myself anymore, or watch other people and try to get proof. And if you want me to believe this, you're going to show me. You're going to prove to me. And that's what I was like. I was so stubborn, and I was stopping myself because of it. So I don't know how it happened, but the genius somewhere, this message, said to me, you are stopping yourself. And it was a hard pill to swallow. But I did. I faced myself and I said, okay, the way to connect to the spirit world is to absolutely believe 100% that you are going to connect to the spirit world. For any doubt will stop you from connecting. You see, dear friends, the world, the system, the darkness is geared up to put doubt into you every day. To put fear, doubt. To put fear, doubt and worry. To put fear, doubt, worry and the what ifs. So how are you ever to get to the stage of your life when all you've ever had is a bombardment of the TV, the newspapers, and people around you, the sheeple who constantly are non-believers of everything. Everything is wrong, everything's going to fail, everything's bad, everything's negative. So, if you're looking outside and looking for teachers, again, just like life, it's not going to happen. You have to be the teacher. You have to embrace yourself. If you really truly want to connect to this higher, this more powerful, this unique, this divine moment in your life where, oh my God, I felt something. You have to make a decision that from this moment on, you are not going to doubt what you're doing. And you're going to put 100% into believing in this. So if you decide to do it, then just do it. So you've spent your whole life looking for confirmation, looking for the truth, looking for people to tell you what's right and wrong, looking for the science behind everything. So you've done that, and have you been able to connect fully? Have you been able to feel the power of spirit around you? Have you actually heard messages? Have you done things that you think, whoa, where's that come from? How did I just do that? And do you really truly want to connect to this beautiful miracle, which is the natural part, which has been suppressed by your water you drink, by the food, the non-foods that you eat, by the sugars, by all that negativity around you and on your social and mainstream media now? It's everywhere. So the first step that opens the door, the key, is to make a conscious decision not to ever doubt this connection, and that it is there, and that because you believe it, you are opening up something within yourself, whether it's your mind's eye, your third eye, your whatever it is, your crown chakra, whatever you want to call them, I don't care, but something happens and you become more aware and you feel something which is slightly different, slightly higher, slightly more unusual, slightly more wow, and notice the feeling when it happens. Notice how much calmer you are. Notice how much happier you are. Notice how much powerful you feel. Notice how you won't be pushed around anymore or spoken to in the ways that you used to. Notice how you become stronger inside when you start to connect. So I'm telling you this now, if you've never connected before, there is good reason why you should connect. And I'll tell you something else. The system, the governments, all the people who are in control of this world, they do not want you to connect to your higher self. In plain sight, we see the pineal gland, the Buddha's head, the shape of a pineal gland, shape of a cone. That's what's inside here. Inside here, there is a muscle that if you can awaken that, if you can clear away the negativity that surrounds it, the fears, the worries, and open that, you become so powerful that you have no idea who you are and how powerful you were once you do open up. The messages that come through, which is always in the universe, which many people actually pull down now and then, not everybody, but many people do, how people can see things and feel things and help people in so many unique ways, and how it changes people's lives for the better, for the more powerful, for the more healthier. So everything that I share with you today is what actually happened to me 16 years ago. And from them 16 years till now, yeah, I often say to people, you can, if a world war came and I was stuck against a wall and somebody said, tell the truth, there is no such thing as the spirit world, there is no such thing as this high event. Is that right? I'd say, no, mate, there is. And I'm not frightened of moving into the light. I maybe don't like the idea of being shot or dying of cancer, but actually, I don't mind if I closed my eyes and fell asleep tomorrow and I moved into the light. That doesn't bring fear to me. Would I be happy to go tomorrow? Doesn't bother me at all. It's like, wow, no problem, because I can come back again if I choose to come back, if I want to come back. I then watch over my family even more than I could now. So it doesn't fear me. What fears me is dying of illness, of having to go through the pain and suffering of that illness. But then that would be my challenge, and that would be something that I would have to then look at conquering. I lived through 38 years of having irritable bowel syndrome, and that was a struggle. And my last attack, which I had 2 doctors and a needle up my bum and I was out for 24 hours, that's because the pain I was in was like, and I struggled to fight that pain. However, 16 years on, after going on this path, all that's disappeared. No more pains, no more pain, because my body has healed itself. It's become stronger, so there is something in this. And, a lot of people will also try and tell you the negative side, like, oh, you don't want to connect because, you don't know what you're going to see and what's going to happen. Absolute garbage. It really is absolute garbage. The spirit world is a beautiful world. It works alongside us. They are always around us working. If you practiced hard enough, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, and it's not easy. And it's like, oh my God, there's another bird flying past or some distraction. But if you can learn to undistract yourself, right, and actually look through these eyes and look into the sky and see, you begin to see energy of another world. And it's true. They're there and they help us daily as far as our path allows. So they're not there to interfere, but they're there to help us, whisper to us. And if we can meet them, because they're here and we're here, and if we can raise ourselves a little bit by connecting to what I said to you is your psychic, your beautiful intuition, then they can come down and you meet together. And then you get captured glimpses, you hear things, and people will say, wow, how did you know that? Or wow, and all of a sudden, and you can get there without even knowing. And that's the whole point. There's the key again. How did that happen? It just happened. So there must be something in that just happened that actually is extremely powerful. It didn't just happen. You did something, or something, what you were doing at that moment took away all the fears and worries, and you went into that beautiful alpha mode, that beautiful place where you're not worrying or fearing. So yes, we can connect, and anybody can connect, and it isn't something that is scary. It is something that is just like you meeting a friend for a drink, and you pass by, how you doing? You all right? Shake hands, see you, you're off again. And sometimes you can connect more if you're a psychic like me, and I sat down for 7 hours a day reading people's futures with my cards, with my hands, just looking into their eyes, lying down on a healing bed and giving them healing, and afterwards giving them like feelings that I felt and explained what I felt, and it's beautiful. I think on the last pure energy healing course, or one of the last ones, a lady came who just lost a husband. It was really, really sad. And I think all the other healers were in here, working in here, and the other room I was working, and it was very fresh. So the other healers, maybe, I knew they could cope, but I was just in there, and I was giving a healing, and I said something as I was giving a healing. And she said, that's what my husband used to say. And I said, so if you know that, you know he's here, and he loves you, and he's with you. And after 1 hour, she was healed. Really, literally. The suffering, I mean, yes, she cried a lot, and all the other healers and the people who were lying down were all so wonderful, all so empathic, and I could feel everybody's healing from everybody. Even the people who were lying down can hear us sobbing. But that's good, because the sobbing is release. And after a pure energy healing session, when your hands are over in a right place, the heart and the head, you can clear that away. And sometimes you just get a little bit of something, and you might just say something at the very end to make them feel healed. And okay, he's here, he's always with me, I know now. So it is a beautiful thing. And some people may consider it to be dangerous. Well, I've never seen anything dangerous given after a beautiful healing session or a reading. I've never seen anything negative. As long as it's done from a pure heart, no ego and kindness, we can connect, and we can share snippets of information that we just capture glimpses of, and we try and put the pieces together, and we don't always get it right, but sometimes when we do, oh my God, you can change somebody's life and make them step into that world that you're in, and then you raise the vibration of the world. The more people who become open, the more people who trust and believe, the more people who become attuned to their trust, to their higher self, and they start believing in something that they don't see, they open a doorway to a new world of healing, of love, and of power. And if this has helped you today, then I'm really, really happy it has. And if not, there's not much I can do other than give you my explanation of why I believe I was able to become a pretty popular psychic and healer and connected to the spirit world for 16 years. And I really do believe it's the little things which are the most powerful things that we believe, that means nothing. I need something more difficult, more challenging for it to be worthwhile and really true. And that's, I believe, all of this. And I'm thinking, no, it's the gentle, simple things which are so profound. So there you go. The key to connecting to the spirit world, number one, you have to first truly believe without question. Once you've overcome the fear and you truly believe, you open the doorway to the spirit world and the people who love you and want to work alongside you at any given moment. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for going to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel, Crystals, and enjoying the last crystal video I just did, which was all about Moldavites. It was a really quite an interesting topic. Thank you for subscribing here as well, and also thank you for being so kind this weekend and buying all my spiritual tools that I work with daily, all my oils and all my incense sticks, and of course all my pure energy healing crystals. Have a beautiful day, guys. I'm just going to now upload some beautiful crystals that I've worked upon, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this lovely Sunday chat, and don't forget, it's a journey, not a competition. It's not a race. Just enjoy it, because when it comes and you've felt this beautiful essence of patience and you love you enjoy the ride, and when it comes, it's like, I am so proud of myself, and that's how you feel. And I want you to be proud of yourself. And just so you know, I am proud of you. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for all your messages. Thank you for everything you share with us daily. You really, truly are a beautiful soul. I mean that. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.